Morning everyone, finally back to the workshop properly. I'm going to carry on with the leather work for the bolt holsters, get all that done. Basically I need to get the bolt holsters cut out and ready, all the stitching holes that I need in them, just so I can just dampen them down and put my logos in. Same with the Spartan holster, I just need to damp that down and put the logo onto it. Once they're dry then I can dye them, but I'm already part way there. Logo and front's already dyed for the bullet pouch, that's the one with the Sam Brown. The rest of it just needs dyeing and I can sort all that out after that point. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut out these template for the bolt holsters. Let's rig this up. Right, that's those bit all cut out now and the logo's all stamped on. So all I've got to do with these now is wait for them to dry, then I can dye them all. I'll do all the dyeing all together, even though that's part of it's already sorted. But if I do it all together, then I know that I'm sort of like in a process. And I can just keep on going with what I'm doing. So yeah, I think that's all sorted. I can now get on to shaping some handles for getting some handles sorted for those knives that I've already got hand sanded and laser engraved. Right, so that's those all marked up, ready for just cutting out a little bit and then shaping all the fronts off. I also sort of like put some divots along the handle, but I'm gonna get out because it's already Wednesday. I ain't got out for a run. It's the old fat 5k. Right, so I'll see you in a bit, and then I'm gonna have some dinner. Typical. I've only been out for about half an hour or so, and it rained all way. And it was fine to start with, and it's fine now. But while I was out, it was persisting it down. Right, I've got all those fronts sorted. These are now ready to glue on. I'll just put a bit of, I always put a bit of wax on the front. It just prevents any, well, just to help prevent any epoxy sticking to the actual front of the handle. And then when it comes to clean it up, whatever's there will clean off quite easy. So I've got those to do. I've got to put a bevel onto each one of the blades, and then I've got to hand sand the blades to get them ready. So that's my next job. Once I've done that, I'm going to get on to my, well, not my, but the castrum saw. That was it. So I'll just sort these out, and then I'll start hand sanding again. So a quick run through what I've just done. It was a bit of emery cloth, so it was aluminium oxide, 600 grit. Takes all the burr that's been created when the laser engraver was on. Now I'm going over with 600 grit with silicon carbide, or silicon carbide paper. Breaks down a bit quicker, so it leaves a slightly better finish. Then once I've gone over with this one a few times, I'm just making sure that I am getting rid of any scratches that I can see. Well, when I'm putting the bevels, this bevel on, or the final bevel on, secondary bevel, you sometimes just get a little bit of a scratch on the blade because you're putting metal against metal, and especially when you've got the burr off the logo, something's going to scratch somewhere. So you're just cleaning it all up, putting all scratches in the same direction, because you can hide scratches in scratches. Yeah, happy with that one. Then I move on to 800 grit. So I'll put 800 grit. I've got these polishing sticks that I've made up. Actually, my mate Tony went and sorted them for us. But this one, I've just put a little bit of leather, glued it onto the front, so you've got a little bit of cushioning. You don't want like a hard surface, because it just needs to have a little bit of give so it goes over the top of the blade. And there we go, that's taken both sides down to 800 grit. Now, I'll take a wider piece of 800, again silicon carbide. I'll get my sanding bar, wrap it round, and this is the point where I get some, it's a window cleaner, Aldi special. Give it a squirt. And I'll use a flat side first. Give it a bit of a rub down. And I'll swap over to a bit that's got a bit of leather backing on it. And then I'll just draw it all together in one direction. And basically what I'm doing now is aligning all the scratches. Just get a bit of white roll. Give it a wipe down. Right, the reason that I use the glass cleaner is because it evaporates nicely, and you can see that it comes out nice and clean. Right, I'll swap this over, same on opposite side, then I'll just work my way through the other knives. Turn that off. Warrior Graphics if you're interested. Right, so those are all cleaned up. I'm just going to now stick them all together, and then that should be sorted for tonight. I might I could do with shaping them up tomorrow, because Friday's obviously going to be a busy day. It might be I might do them over the weekend. I've got some leather work that I need sorting out as well. That's already done. Basically, all that leather work that I've done earlier, I've dyed it all. So I'll show you where I'm going to be up to with it tomorrow. Yeah, that'll be a good idea. Right, I'll get these glued up and then I'll just show you just before I finish. Right, there we go. I've got them all glued up. There we are. A couple of G-clamps and a couple of just spring clamps on front. Now I'm just going to get rid of all the squeeze out at the front of the blades. So what I've got is I've got some cleaning cloths that I use for me, some rifle cleaning cloths, some like Q-tips, but they are little bamboo things with the Q-tip on end. All I do is just fold it over and just wipe it down. It's got some WD-40 on it, or equivalent to it. That seems to get rid of the epoxy quite nicely. Better than using acetone at this stage. So what I'll do is I'll just go through each one of them first. There we go, that's one lot done, and then I'll just run over it again just to make sure. And what I'll do is I'll come back in a little bit. I usually give it a sort of like half an hour, and then I'll redo it again just to make sure that I've got all the squeeze out off. It also gets it off at front handle as well. If there's a little bit that's left on the blade, it's not really too much of a worry, that, because that I can clean off afterwards. It's just all what's on there now. It's just to get rid of as much as possible. There we go, that'll do for the time being. Like I say, I'll leave them for half an hour or so. I'll come back and check them. and then I'll leave them till tomorrow morning. But other than that, guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow.